my innocence. Came in the world unexpected. Carried the pain in the world like a chain. Poverty in the projects where you're neglected. Only few will know our pain. Should have been killed as suspected. But before we were shot, God appeared like a flame. Being close to death was decided quiet. I didn't feel no pain. Innocent brothers trying to survive and succeed. Lives cut short because we like to see each other bleed. Are we alive or are we dead? Did we die back then or did we die in our head? Foretelling of events has plagued us since a kid. Visions of murder, experiences of violence has plagued us as a kid. This ain't no victim statement, we were the victims. The ideology fails when you observe the symptoms. The pain we feel, the pain we seen, the pain we experienced, the pain we bleed. People, they don't understand the things that go through our head. People will do anything because of their creed. You don't understand the pain that we see each day. We can't survive, we can't go astray. We can't lie.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
To Where the Truth Be At television show.
We said that perfectly. We did. And I'm surprised.
I'm smiling like this because like you was going to say, you know.
He knows what I'm going to say.
We had a network called Truth Network Radio.
Yeah, it was a radio show, but it was a network. Because we wanted to expand on it, which we probably what we are doing now, into a television show as well as a radio show.
Exactly. So to be on television is it's a blessing, and it's going to be a blessing for you as well.
It's definitely an increase, for us to
open up our world to you.
Yes,
the viewers.
It's a pleasure.
It is a
pleasure.
It is because our world is a very special world to us. And everyone that is allowed in it. And it's a very spiritual world that we would want to give to you.
And for a long time, it's been very private, right?
It has been. So this TV show is about, number one, opening up you.
Yes.
Opening up.
Vulnerability. Vulnerability. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's 555 at this recorder.
Number two, we're going to open up. We're going to be who we are, to you. Just like when we have our conversations off camera, a lot of people gravitate to our energies. So we're going to give you our energies, and we want you to give your vulnerability to us. Be real,
Yes, because we just want to share an experience with you guys. One that has been so meaningful in our lives. One that has brought us through everything that we ever been through.
Exactly.
And we know the source of that power is the Most High, 𝗕 our Father. So that's just what we want to give you guys. That's the most important thing, just to be honest.
Yeah.
And it just takes vulnerability, and the slicing of the ego, the pride, loosening the chest, breathing.
To be open, to be vulnerable, releasing that ego, just like a breath,
Yes.
So I guess that was a good introduction. That's what our show is going to be about. We're going to bring that type of energy, and we're going to have fun. It's going to be a feeling of happiness, a feeling of joy.
Joy. You took that right out my mouth.
Like a child.
Joy.
Like how the Messiah spoke about being a child.
Just being who you are.
And that's going to bring you closer to the kingdom.
Being who
third
you
Shemayim, the third heaven. Paradise.
Paradise.
Where the garden dwells.
And where the dead is as well.
So we're gonna have a lot of fun, If anyone have any topics for us to talk about,
and
if anyone throughout the duration of these shows would like us to be your spiritual advisor, you can send all your inquiries to our email, and it's going to be right there below the screen.
thashadoz@gmail.com.
You know, and also, if anyone want to donate, we want to have our PayPal coming across the screen as well.
Yeah, it should be right here. Which is up. You see that? It's always going to be up. Because Hashem is up.
Cool. So yeah, we do have a book that's out. It's called The Plea for Righteousness.
Warning note, it's 900 pages, but it's a study guide. It's really neat to go into deeper detail on specific topics that we may touch on, throughout the duration of the show. So it's just to help build a foundation on that, and just build on your own knowledge too, and it's way more, which is coming in what, book 2?
Yes, book 2 is in development now. That's what most of the show's going to be based off.
What's the name of it?
The Plea for Righteousness, book 2.
No, we got to talk about the names. That's a long name. We got to abbreviate it or something, but I like it. I like it.
It's a continuation from the Plea for Righteousness. The Plea for Righteousness, like my brother said,
it is.
It details the physical aspects of the Most High.
It's the foundational portion, and the one that our Father will allow us to release now is building on the foundation. It's the body. It's the body that's starting to be grafted.
Basically, in order to really understand what we're about to release, you have to have the understanding of what was already released.
Yeah.
Similar to how it is to understand the New Testament, you have to understand the Old Testament.
The foundation.
The foundation for this earth.
If you can't accept the foundation, you won't be built upon. So that's just how it is. It's life.
Exactly.
Everything must have a solid foundation for anything to build upon it. So, and that's your body. That's the bones of your body. The skin of your body. But then you got the things that the inside that makes it move.
Thank you all for being here. See our loved ones, our friends, most definitely our enemies. We come here to say a few things. You either let my people go, we will strike you with plagues from your worst dreams. We seen your racism and hate you had towards my people. Lie to them with sweet words, knowing they not equal. You equivocate them, miseducate them, the oppression of them. And we have been. That's a good transition, isn't it?
Yeah, that was beautiful. That's why I was just shut up because I was that's great.
I had to stop in this.
Yeah, you gotta we are God, we are one. That's a relationship. And, relationships are built upon a foundation, and the foundation should always be to want to be one. That's the most important thing. That's the meaning behind it, for two to become one.
What was we just talking about before that?
And we was talking about how, I'm not really sure, but it was more something about pride and ego and things of that nature.
Yeah, being vulnerable.
Yeah.
And he was just saying
oneness.
Meaning like, in order for true oneness to occur, you have to be vulnerable. You have
to. You have to, because if you don't, you at a standstill because you can't go no deeper. You can't go no deeper because this is too personal. It's too much. Who will accept this? I can't accept this about myself. But when you go there, it moves it deeper. You see that? And then it connects. And it's joined to something strong. Something that we've been missing. And what drew us apart is just, the thoughts. The thoughts produce the desire that create a passion that led you astray to do something that you shouldn't, that made you ashamed to be vulnerable. You know,
Sadly, that vulnerability is key. It's very key. And that's going to lead us into our second topic of the day. Our first topic was actually the introduction. That's us introducing
yeah, that was
ourselves.
us. You know,
We did say we were 8-time ballot Grammy nominees.
did we say that?
I think we did.
I don't think we did. Not in this cut.
We got a lot of cuts.
Yeah, you know, you got to get it right. You know,
But yes, we are 8-time ballot Grammy nominees. So
Yes.
that means we are musicians, we are authors, we are artists, true artists, we are poets, we are speakers, we are leaders, and we are creators. And you are as well, in all of your various different ways that the Most High has increased you with. So,
and what he just said was growth. You know, who we are
it's who you are.
is the oneness with our Father.
And that's who you can be when you truly ascend to that particular
Once you cut
vibration.
that vulnerability and just be open to accept correction and say, Nate, really be Nate with yourself, because it starts within.
Exactly.
It starts within.
So, on to our second topic, relationships.
Relationships, and we talking about the physical relationships.
Yes. We get asked often, are we in relationships currently? And sometimes we get a lot of questions for advice and stuff from both male and female, pretty equally, right?
Male and female. It's more so
especially nowadays.
It starts off about relationships and then just builds into just real deep spiritual conversations about their life, their spiritual life, their physical life, and it's beautiful when that happens. It really takes things to a deeper level for me and for them, and it's beautiful. I love it.
Exactly. And I just wanted to touch on today's relationships.
Yeah. What do they lack? I hate to start off like that, but they lack that sense of what we've been saying throughout the times. A man would get mad at a woman. Let's say I'm gonna start like that. A man would get mad at a woman over the fact that what's a good example? She doesn't cook for him enough. She doesn't cook for him enough.
Or maybe not affectionate enough.
Or not affectionate enough, not showing enough love or support.
Nowadays,
or she don't show enough love or support. A man can get real mad and he'll act out aggressively towards her sometimes. And when he really want to say is like, yo, I really appreciate it if you would really support me in this journey, because this means a lot to me. But for whatever reason, we get into that vulnerability area because you opening up to that person. And in relationships,
right?
And just a disclaimer, we don't give the names of the people we talk to or the clients we have. We just say, for example, we just give stories, no names, no person.
Yeah, we're not going to disclose any names or identities of our clients that we have. And again, if anyone wants us to be your spiritual advisor, the information will be throughout the screen as we speak. But
that stories be so powerful.
Identities.
And only if they say, I say, hey, can I share this experience, and they leave your name out of it. Yeah, they'll say yeah or no. It's up to them. So, in a lot of ways, and we would still say a lot of illustrations as well. May not even be a story. It may just be an illustration that we want you just to think about and try to understand. And if you have a question about it, you could just email us or whatever, and we'll go into a deeper conversation depending on the gravity of your energy. So
Exactly. So, yeah, there was a guy and his girlfriend, and did you remember this one, by the way, when he was talking about?
It's a lot of guys with girlfriends, so you.
No, this one's a little different.
No, I'm just
She said she knew what love was. He said he was ready to love. Yet they both cheated, hurt each other. They later broke up and started going their separate ways. They later said the same things to yet another person. I love you. I love you. But what is this you call love? It's having a child, showing love. It's getting married, showing love. It's having sex, showing love. But what is this you call love? You're fascinated, so you have sex. You're obsessed, so you can't see yourself without that person. You're selfish, so you choose someone you can control by lies. But are you really one with the person you love? Do you break down all your mental, spiritual, and physical barriers in order to truly be loved? Do you open up and express how you want to be loved? To love is to make what is abstract and concrete action. To love is to be loyal, committed, and faithful. To love is to truly become one. Whether it's in polygynous and monogamous relationship, in order to truly love, you have to become one. Whether it's in friendship, family relationship, in order to truly love, you have to become one. I can like you. You can think my great life for you is love. I can provide for you. You can think because I provide for you that this is love. But if I will show you my deepest depths dwelling within my heart because we are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually apart, we have not become one, and therefore you cannot know the depths of my heart. Therefore this is not love, yet this is what we are taught.
You are the moon, and you call me the sun. You say I bring light into your world and create beautiful days. I say you on the moon, and you give light to the darkness of night. I am that darkness. My love is hidden in the dark for fear of betrayal. Even though your light shines so bright upon me, there's still much you can't see. Because I saw you in the light of day, and your actions sent me away. But my love still remains, even though as it remains. My love is still strong, but right now it's not the same. You say I feel distant, and that's because you know there's more of me to gain. Can you handle my heat? Surely I'll make your surface scorching hot. I'm a being in search of your core, seeking the soul of you that adds mine, to be together forevermore. One love.
This one, the way he explained it, if you remember, regarding the half-truths.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he kept stating half-truths.
Yeah.
And I said, what brought you to that realization that something wasn't a full truth?
Yeah. And a lot of times they this person was saying they gave a lot of illustrations. So I'll just give one. Like, for example, it's like within a relationship, he's with like a single mother, and the single mother, you know, she's not really in contact with the baby daddy like that, but they, you know, they got to talk from time to time for the kid, because it's the kid, you know. If she had a kid, you got to talk for him in regards to the kid. So she tells the guy that, and she don't really tell the guy the whole truth. He felt it was something else, because they would talk quiet, and he said as time went on within this relationship, I noticed they would talk quite often. And not always about the child. Sometimes it will be about spaghetti. Sometimes it'll be about your afternoon walk or what gym you go to.
That guy, he has a little laughing, but
yeah,
are you
he's
trying
funny.
to imitate how he sounded?
No, I'm just making some
imitation.
No, I'm not making an imitation of it. I was just hyping the story up, because that's how it was. That's how it was, and that's a half truth. Because you say it's just about the child, but now it's about so many other things that's more so on a personal level. And hey, they could be still best buddies, but that should be communicated to the individual so he can have an understanding and he can either accept or reject that. It's just about giving proper etiquette, I would say, right?
Exactly. Those type of situations bring us to our topic, and it's called half-truths. Within relationships, half-truths are lies. If it's not the full truth, it's not 𝗕𝗱 with the oneness. When I mean 𝗕𝗱, I mean one in unity. And there is a parallel to unity. It's destruction. And it's something that's not true. And if it's falsified, that is destruction.
And that comes from that person not knowing themselves. Excuse me. Because that's a vulnerability issue. For this person to withhold that information is because, they may still have some type of deep feelings that they don't even want to address. And they may say it's never going to happen with this person, but I can't let this person out of my life. But I'm going to move on. So they try to move on to another person they start to really feel, but they can't let the other one go.
Nope.
This is just Nate's truth. Deep. And it's a vulnerability issue, Nate. Because if she would say this to the next person, he probably would not accept that.
That's me. It was the truth.
And she would have felt like I lost out because it didn't work out. So it's like you holding on, and that's a half truth, and that comes from a vulnerability issue, something that you need to address within you before you move to something else.
Exactly.
It's a spiritual thing too, because Nate, you feel that way because you probably spiritually connected with that male. Because you was trying to form a oneness with that person.
And the oneness failed because someone wasn't complete. They wasn't telling the truth.
But they still spread amongst each other. Exactly. And that's why she feel that connection constantly.
And until a connection is truly severed, how can you be one with someone? We teach oneness, which we call 𝗕𝗱. And within that oneness, there is no destruction.
It's no destruction.
There's no way forward because you are full one.
And it's a journey to become one. It's a journey to become a master because you truly never really become a master until you're a master.
And this is mission, Where is oneness mentioned in the Bible? It's all throughout the Bible.
It's mentioned in the foundation of it.
Exactly.
The foundation where he made, Adam and Chava, Adam and Eve. When he made them, he said, be one.
Yep. And if we even go back more, he is one.
He who? He is
he
one that created many. He is one that created many.
Exactly.
He created everything before us.
And until we understand the oneness with the Most High, how can we understand truly being one within our relationships? So now she just wants to try to be one with multiple people, and that is destruction because it's not true.
And that's because the foundation was messed up.
She didn't communicate that truth to her because maybe she didn't understand herself. Now she does. Now she understands how deep a half-truth, as powerful as that, as hurting as that, how deep that can cut.
Yeah.
And it starts in the spiritual. Then it hits the mental. then the emotional,
Yeah.
then the physical, your behavior change.
Yep.
You know. So yes, that is the oneness of relationships. We gonna get more deep.
Yeah,
into this.
yeah.
Y'all got a little taste of it.
It's a
You know?
we can't go too crazy on the first episode, and we only have like a few, like 30 minutes at tops. You know,
Exactly.
so. Yeah, and our segments, I hope y'all enjoy them. They some spoken words, some poetry. We're going to switch it up from time to time, you know. Maybe some comedy. Yeah, sometimes y'all got to laugh, you know. So, yeah.
We're going to have some fun, so.
And the outro, you know, it's always going to be a jam, so y'all enjoy.
Exactly. And before we get out of here, we want to say rest in shalom.
Rest in shalom, mama.
To our mother and everyone who has lost someone.
Mama, we love you.
Everyone who has lost someone.
And everyone that has lost someone, like he said, shalom.
You're resting on the seventh day. The
You're
day
resting.
the man was supposed to be resting.
Rest.
In the Kai.
And shalom. And we send you our love. Alright.
Take care, y'all.
Shalom.
Say hi. Mother or son. It's my mom. You chilling. Violet. Anything to say?
Is this live? We not taking a picture?
No, it's not live. It's like a video.
Why are you doing that?
Because I don't have nothing else to do.
Please don't post that anywhere. But hi,
It's going to be posted everywhere.
please don't do that.
All right.
Thank
Love,
you.
spread love, be love. We out with love. Peace and love.